Welcome back, all my fragrance fanatic friends and beauty besties. It's Jamie here, and I hope you are having an excellent day today. For all of you who have been around my channel for a while, you know I have not done a declutter video in a long time. So this video is definitely overdue. For anyone who might be interested, I do have a Mercari page. I will link it down below in the description box where you can find these perfumes we're talking about. But if you're not interested, if you just like watching declutter videos, hey, that's me. I love watching declutter videos. It's something so just satisfying and like cleansing. It like cleanses my soul. I love it. I love watching videos like that. And I did want to mention two things before we get started really quickly. Number one, you're probably going to hear cicadas in the background. There's not much I can do about that. The cicadas want to steal the show. They don't realize the show is not about them. It's about perfume. But anyway, and the second thing I wanted to mention was that it's kind of a disclaimer. I wanted you to know that I know how completely blessed I am to be able to even have these perfumes, and I never take that for granted. And you know, and all of our perfume collections look differently. Some people have 1,000 bottles of perfume and they love, and that's great. That is what they love, and that is great. And some people might just have 3 bottles of perfume for their collection, and that's great too. And then there's everyone in between. They all look different and they're all beautiful. It's just, for me personally, for my collection, what I had set in place was that once my collection gets so big on this shelf here that I can't really fit any more perfumes, that's when I need to start scaling back a little bit and kind of evaluating, okay, which perfumes am I just not in love with anymore? Which perfumes could go to a better home where they could be appreciated more? And that's what this video is all about. So enough chitty chat. Let's get into this declutter. Let's start off with What? Who even are you? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna have to do so much editing. You are not Louis. Oh my God. I swear I'm not drunk. Why cannot I get my words together? Okay, let's start off with La Vie Belle Iris Absolute, shall we? There is nothing wrong with this perfume at all. I used to be there was a time where I was very obsessed with Iris, and I'm just not in that place right now in my life, and I just don't wear her very much. And I have a new La Vie Belle that I'm absolutely obsessed with, that I just got in, that I'm going to share with you here in a second. So, out with the old obsession, in with the new La Vie Belle obsession. And that is the La Vie Belle L'Elixir. This one, just like I got a sample of it. I would have never gotten a sample of it because the notes kind of scared me. I was like, I don't know about these notes. What is this? But who was it? It was Chelsea. Chelsea from Perfumes on a Porch. Oh my goodness. The way she described this perfume in her videos, I was like, okay, Chelsea, okay, I'll pick up a sample. And I am so glad I did, because I was blown away. It was like love at first sniff, eyes rolling back in the head, like type of like true love type of moment going on. So I had to buy a full-size bottle for sure. This is so, like, it's sexy and sensual. It's dark, juicy, sweet raspberry liqueur with this really buttery, smooth suede. Oh man. But then there's also this aquatic freshness going on at the same time to like kind of help balance it out. Oh, it's definitely not for everyone. It's definitely not a safe blind buy. But I love the raspberry in here is, the raspberry and the suede. This is what I was hoping Burberry Goddess Perfume was going to smell like. I mean, obviously there's not vanilla in this one like that one, but I was kind of hoping it would have that same sort of intoxicating suede and raspberry note going on. But at this moment in time, I'm just not there yet with the Burberry Goddess perfume. Maybe in the future I will be, but right now I'm just, not there yet. This one is what like blew my mind. And this perfume has just stolen the show for me as far as La Vie Belle perfumes go at the moment. So Iris Absolu is just, she's not getting the love, she's not getting the attention anymore, but she's still so good. And I want her to find a good home that will appreciate her, and all of her irisy goodness. So next up, we have Flower by Kenzo. This one I bought as a tester from Joma Shop, and it did not come with a lid. When you get testers from Joma Shop, they're cheaper, but you're kind of taking a gamble on if it's going to have a lid or not. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Just depends. And it's such an awkward bottle to try to store somewhere. It's very annoying, this particular type of bottle size or this bottle shape. I love this perfume, but I bought this back when I was in I had just discovered my incense phase. I was newly into everything with, I wanted every perfume with incense. I was just grabbing all the perfumes that had incense because I was just obsessed with that note at the moment. And there's some that turned out to be loves and some that turned out to be likes. And this was more of a like for me. I really like it. Don't think it's a bad smell at all. Would I wear this? Yes. I just don't ever do because I have other incense perfumes I love more. But this is powdery, floral, sweet. It's really nice. I just, like I said, I don't ever wear her. And the bottle design is awkward to try to store. So she's got to go. Next up, we have Pink Woods by Ariana Grande. And this one just doesn't get the love it deserves. It really is a good perfume. It's gotten me compliments. This is a compliment getting perfume. I just never wear her. There's something about, I love the mixture of this like fresh tea, but then there's this playful sweet cotton candy in the mix. I love that. I think it's unique and fun. And a perfect like gym scent or just a fresh everyday around the house type of scent. But I just never put her on. But I will say, like I said, I've gotten so many compliments on this, but this is just not in my collection. She is just getting disrespected. And I feel like she deserves more than that. So we are parting ways to find a new home that will love you. Next up, we have Tamima. Mainly because of the bottle. I just my brain can't comprehend the smell that comes out of here when I see the bottle. Because this looks like it's such a dark, heavy, maybe an oudy type of scent, but it's not. It's a sweet, aquatic, fresh watermelon mixed with a little bit of tartness from like a rhubarb. And I really enjoy it. I never reach for this. Like if I go for a watermelon perfume, it's always gonna be my watermelon Batik or my Anna Coral. Like those are my two like favorite watermelon perfumes. And I just never reach for this one. And it's just not getting the love it deserves. But it does smell like really good. It's just weird. Like my brain is looking at this bottle thinking it should be something dark and heavy, and it's not. It's like light and fresh. Like they totally did this perfume dirty. They really did. They should have put this in something different than this particular type of bottle. And I think more people would have picked it up. But I just, so it's partly the bottle, partly because it's just not my favorite watermelon, and how many watermelon perfumes do I need? This is another reason why I'm kind of doing a declutter, is to kind of scale back on some of the things I have like excess of. And I've got my favorite watermelon perfumes already. So I don't need like any other ones taking up space of, other perfumes I could get in. So she's got to go. But I do really enjoy her. Nothing wrong. Another one that has been on my chopping block. This perfume has been on my chopping block for years, literally. But I never get rid of her. But now today is the day. We're done. We're breaking up for good this time. The I Am Queen. Every time I try to declutter her, I smell it again and I'm like, oh, I love this. Why am I decluttering you? And then I put her back on the shelf, but then I never reach for her again. Like, it's just this vicious cycle that never ends and it needs to stop. Like, it's becoming toxic and like, we need to just, you know, have a clean break here. So, she smells really nice. She is a very fresh, to my nose, it comes off like a very fresh cherry lemonade. And it sounds amazing, right? I don't know. I don't know why I never wear her. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm done. We're done. We're having a clean break here. So next up we have Kim Kardashian by Kim Kardashian. This is a great perfume. There is nothing wrong with it. This is a white floral. I love white floral perfumes, but I've got so many white floral perfumes, you guys. So I'm having to really, you know, be a little bit tougher and really narrow down like which of the white floral perfumes do I love the most, because, you know, who needs 100 bottles of white floral perfume? You know, if you do, that's great. You know, you do you. But for me, like, I just want to scale that down a little bit. And so when it comes to white floral perfumes, this is just not the one that I gravitate towards, even though she's amazing. So it's time to say goodbye. This next one I'm going to share with you used to be a love of mine, but now I can't even wear it. And that is because, I'm sure this has happened to you guys before too, where somebody will mention something about a particular perfume you're wearing, it's smelling a certain way, and then you can't not smell that. Like, that has happened to me so many times. Like I used to really enjoy the Tom Ford Lost Cherry, but somebody had said like, oh, it kind of reminds me of like formaldehyde, like it's fermented formaldehyde, like dead people type of smell. And now I can't get that out of my head. And so now every time I smell Tom Ford Lost Cherry, all I think about is like being in a mortuary, mortuary, blah, 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 blah. See, there we go again. A mortuary, I think is how it's pronounced. Well, same thing happened with this perfume, unfortunately. Clinique Happy. This is not my first bottle of this. I've had this before in the past. I loved it. I used to wear it a lot. But I had someone mention that it smelt of like, they got a real strong plasticky smell from this perfume. And I never picked that up before. But now that's all I can smell when I spray this out, and I don't like it anymore. And, you know, so that happened. I would love to know a story of when that happened to you, because I know I can't be the only one that this has happened to. So Clinique Happy, I'm sorry. It's time for us to part ways. Next up, we have Suare. This one, it was such a love at first sniff, like absolute love at first sniff. I thought this was going to be one of my favorite Middle Eastern perfumes of all time there for a minute. This super sweet, I mean, just extremely sweet, tooth-achingly sweet perfume. Praline, caramel, vanilla, very sugary sweet. It almost smelled like there was honey being drizzled all over top of this already sweet perfume. And it was almost too much sweetness, but I kind of really liked it, you know? But then the lavender came in and balanced it out some. And I was like, oh, okay. This is a nice balance now that we have going. And so I loved it. But then I thought it was done, you know, marinating, doing its thing, but apparently this has a journey to go on as far as like its marination process. It started out super sweet, no lavender at all, I mean, really, really sweet. And then it got balanced out really nicely with the lavender. I thought that was it, but no, it keeps on going to a third step. And that is where the lavender comes out too much. it becomes a little too fresh and aromatic lavender, and not enough of that like really thickly sweet stuff that was like so mouth-watering. Like I miss that. But it's just gone now. It's gone because the lavender is completely like it was no lavender at all. And then the lavender and the sweetness was balanced out. And now it's like lavender and then sweetness down here. And that, you know, so I'm just not in love with it anymore. I'm really sad that happened because I just really love that sweetness in there. It was like, it was almost too much, but it was so sickly sweet, but I loved it at the same time. Like it almost made me nauseous. It was so sweet, but in like the best way. But it just doesn't do that anymore for me. And so, but if you do like a perfume that has, you know, more of an aromatic lavender with some sweet things going on underneath of it, then it might really enjoy this. It's very sophisticated smelling, very grown woman, a nice smell, just not what I was wanting from this perfume. So she's got to go now. Next up, we have Summer Crush. I know, you guys. I know. I was raving about this perfume last summer and the beginning part of this summer. And, you know, in my defense, I was not, at the time, this perfume was unique to anything I had had in my collection. It was mind-blowing. I had never had a salty ocean air mixed with a sweet, fruity aquatic watermelon, and then you get this creamy coconut and sweet vanilla in the base. I was like, whoa, this is mind-blowing, you know? But then the On a Coral came in and stole the show. Like this is like this, they're similar, but this one does it better. Like it's just even better. It just is. And so what I had done was I had my one bottle of Summer Crush, which you can see. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one out. But I had bought a second bottle because I didn't know if they were going to discontinue it or what Dossier was planning on doing with this. So I had a second bottle on backup. And this is another reason why I don't want to do a lot of backups. Like I do have backup perfumes, as you all know in one of my previous videos, backup worthy bottle perfumes, but I'm trying to limit that to really limit that, because I don't want that to have hundreds and hundreds of backups, you know, and then by the time I get to the backup, maybe it's a perfume I'm not really interested in anymore or something, or I found something to replace it that's even better, you know. So I'm trying to do really good about not having very many backups at all. But this was one of them, and this was a regret. I should not have bought this backup bottle, but I did, out of fear that it might be discontinued, because I did not know anything about On a Coral. But if I were you, pick up On a Coral. It's amazing. But so now I've got this backup bottle, and this is my own fault. Let me be a cautionary tale for all you guys out there to not do that, you know? But anyway, so Summer Crush, I'm sorry. I'm not going to finish the new bottle. I will finish my one bottle of Summer Crush. I did thoroughly enjoy this perfume. I love it. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just, On a Coral, she did it better. She did so better. And then we have Rubery. Oh my goodness. Oh, stop it. Okay. Ruby Avery. Oh my goodness. This one I was obsessed with last fall. Loved it. It is a really nice, like juicy, crisp red apple, some cherry. It's very sweet fruitiness going on with this like woody base. And it's very sophisticated, grown woman, fall time vibes in a bottle. But there are just other perfumes like this that I have in my collection that I gravitate towards more. I love them more. And this one just kind of gets left behind on the shelf. And so it's just, you know, it's time now. It's time to let her go. But I do still stand by everything I said about this perfume and all the other perfumes. Like, I think they smell amazing. I just, you know, for one reason or another, it's just time for them to leave my collection. And the only one I don't like is the Clinique Happy. The Clinique Happy, the plasticky smell. I can't not smell that plasticky smell now. So that's the only one that I would say like I cannot wear. I don't like anymore. The other ones I still think smell great. They're just leaving my collection. So I would love to know down in the comment section below if there are any perfumes that you have decluttered recently. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, before you go, to seize the day and overspray. Bye, guys.